Bonjour, good morning. Je suis extrêmement ravi de vous accueillir ce matin en si grand nombre, anciennes et anciens, amis et partenaires, pour célébrer les 25 ans de droit éthique et politique des technologies à l'Université d'Ottawa et les 15 ans du Centre de recherche en droit, technologie et société. For those who don't know me, my name is Florian Martin Barreto, and I had the privilege to join this community in 2016, almost 10 years ago now, as then the new director of the University of Ottawa Center for Law, Technology and Society, and an assistant, now associate, professor in the Faculty of Law, Common Law section at the University of Ottawa. Sans plus tarder, je vais céder la parole à la professeure Julie Saint-Pierre, qui est vice-rectrice à la recherche et à l'innovation de l'Université d'Ottawa, pour prononcer l'affirmation autochtone et vous souhaiter la bienvenue à Ottawa. Dr. Saint-Pierre, the floor is yours. Thank you so much.
Bonjour, merci pour l'introduction, professeur Martin Barreto. C'est un grand plaisir d'être parmi vous ce matin. Je suis ravie de vous accueillir tous à l'Université d'Ottawa. Donc, avant de lancer cette journée qui célèbre les 25 ans de droit, éthique et politique des technologies à l'Université d'Ottawa et les 15 ans du Centre de recherche en droit, technologie et société, j'aimerais débuter avec une affirmation autochtone. Nous avons coutume d'offrir à chaque fois que nous nous réunissons pour un événement comme celui-ci. Nous rendons hommage au peuple algonquin, gardien traditionnel de cette terre. Nous reconnaissons le lien sacré de longue date l'unissant à ce territoire qui demeure non cédé. We pay respect to all Indigenous people in this region, from all nations across Canada, who call Ottawa home. We acknowledge the traditional knowledge keepers, both young and old. And we honor their courageous leaders, past, present, and future. So how do we shape technology so it serves people and society rather than undermining them? That question goes to the heart of today's conference. Technology is never just technical. It touches rights, freedoms, and the way we live together. Les discussions d'aujourd'hui mettront en lumière des thèmes qui nous concernent toutes et tous. La protection de la vie privée, la cybersécurité, les droits numériques, l'intelligence artificielle, les conséquences sociales et politiques des technologies. Ce ne sont pas des débats abstraits. Ils influencent notre vie quotidienne, nos institutions et nos démocraties. At the University of Ottawa, we've been engaging with these questions for decades. 25 years ago, a group of forward-thinking researchers began exploring the intersection of law, ethics, and public policy with emerging technologies. Their work laid the foundation for a new way of thinking, one that sees technology not just as innovation, but as a force that must be shaped by human values. And in the late 1990s, Michael Geist and Ian Kerr launched the Law and Technology Research Group. That momentum led in 2009 to the creation of the Center for Law, Technology and Society, a university-wide initiative supported by the Office of the Vice President Research and Innovation, and we are very proud of this. Nous marquons aujourd'hui cette trajectoire remarquable. 25 ans de recherche sur le droit, l'éthique et la technologie, ici, à l'Université d'Ottawa. Et 15 ans du Centre de recherche en droit, technologie et société. Depuis ses débuts, le Centre s'est imposé comme un acteur incontournable. Il a façonné le débat public, inspiré des lois et des politiques et formé une génération de chercheuses et chercheurs qui poursuivent ce travail partout au pays. The Centre is Canada's leading research group on technology law, ethics, and policy, gathering in an interdisciplinary setting. With 27 faculty members from the faculties of Arts, Engineering, Law, Common Law and Droit Civil, and Social Sciences, 16 associate members, and more than 150 fellows, researchers, and students. It is also the host to 7 Canada Research Chairs and 3 University Research Chairs, as well as leading research initiatives, bringing top global thought leaders to campus for the benefit of Canadian and our students. That engagement is what makes the Centre unique and why we celebrate it today. And let me take a moment to thank the Centre for organizing today's program and to highlight a special recognition. The recent election of its director to the College of New Scholars of the Royal Society of Canada, an honor that reflects the impact of his work and the Centre's work, Florian Martin Barreto. C'est grâce au travail exceptionnel de nos chercheuses et chercheurs que l'Université d'Ottawa se classe aujourd'hui parmi les meilleures universités de recherche au Canada. Nous sommes 4e pour l'intensité de la recherche au pays et 3e pour les distinctions aux professeurs. Donc, ça parle très fortement du talent que nous avons ici à l'université dans cette salle aujourd'hui. Nous en sommes très fiers. Enfin, cette journée nous rappelle que la technologie devrait avant tout servir les gens et la société plutôt que les fragiliser. Je vous souhaite des échanges riches et stimulants. Je vais rendre la parole au directeur du centre, le professeur Martin Barito, pour la suite du programme. Bonne journée.
Thank you so much. And yeah, as I'm director of the University Center, she's technically my boss as a director, so thank you so much, boss. So as it was mentioned, today we're celebrating 25 years of a group that has been leading conversation around the globe on the impact of technology on society and human rights in an effort to shape policy for a better technological future and just a better future for society. Many words have been used to describe researchers, professors, and emerging scholars at the centers over the years: trailblazers, visionaries, forward-thinking thinkers, thought leaders, advocates, and sometimes, especially from policymakers, oh, you academics. They all true, and we were doing, technology policy before it was cool. Our teams have been researching privacy, robotics, and what we now call AI before it was cool, traditional knowledge, internet and platform, disinformation, years, if not many decades before they made the headlines. The same goes for neurotechnologies or quantum technologies now on the headlines. And we've been working on this for many years now in an interdisciplinary setting with top thinkers from across the STEM spectrum and beyond the community and the center's membership. Our members have been hugely involved in policymaking in Canada and across the globe. They have presented, published their research and work in across all range of audiences in Canada and over the world. They appear in local, national, and international news almost every day. And always, we aim at doing this. I think this is one of the signature of our community, driven by a principle of equity, access to justice, international development, democracy, and fundamental rights and liberties. That those principles they guide all our research. And beyond Canada, we have taken important steps to build a global community and advance our role on the global stage with partnerships, again, across the globe and across like all continents. Technology has always been a tool of power and politics and at the center of geopolitical issue and tension today more than ever, even with our neighbors down south. Like always, it's about big tech, about national security. It has been at the center of this for many years, and our global network of alumni and collaborators, I think, have helped us understand maybe more than any other community in the country in the world, that context, that cultural, political, and geopolitical context of this region to better inform policymaker and the research. So we are thrilled to welcome today this global network of alumni, friends, and partners for this conference celebrating those 25 years of law, ethics, and policy of technology at the University of Ottawa and the 15th anniversary of the center. And as we imagine ways to celebrate this milestone, we quickly coalesced around the importance of showcasing the absolutely stunning accomplishments of our community, of our alumni, and contribution to shape technology for society, past, present, and future. And to reflect on 25 years of advocacy and thought leadership and what's next for Canada and the world, we are delighted to present today a series of conversations bringing together generations, plural, of the sharpest and most thoughtful alumni from across civil society, industry, academia, government and private practice. And when we announced the program, so many people ask me like, "Oh, this is amazing! You convinced all of those great people to come." I'm like, "Yeah, and they're all alumni." What do you mean? I'm like, "No, they actually all come. Like they at the JD, LLM, PhDs, or Master of Arts from this university, and they've been with us for so long. So we're very proud of this, and so thank you so much for coming. And so during the program today, we will first start with a conversation with those who have gone on to academic position, who research and advocacy is enriching public discourse and shaping the thinking and opportunities for engagement of the next generation of law and technology students in various areas, copyright, cybersecurity, AI, legal ethics, robotics, anti-imperialist, abolitionist, feminist theory, tech-facilitated violence, and agentic AI aim at supporting refugees and asylum seekers. Next, we will showcase the profound contributions of those engaged in civil society, whose efforts focus on how rapid technological transformation is impacting society, human rights, and the rule of law, responding, for example, to the urgent call to ensure that ethical issues, equality-informed perspective, and environmentally conscious approaches are meaningfully accounted for in technology policymaking. After lunch, our panel with alumni from the public sector will feature those working across a broad spectrum of areas from telecommunication, broadcasting, online streaming, privacy, IP, and other digital policy framework. Drawing on the diverse range of public policy experience over the last 25 years, they will highlight the importance of open and accessible regulatory processes and the important role played by industry, academia, practitioners, and civil society in shaping outcomes. After that, you will hear from some of our alumni in private practice, which again vividly illustrate the depth and breadth of the ongoing contribution of CLTS alumni, showcasing how they adopt technology in their own work and shape its use through litigation, contract, transaction, and compliance, complementing the perspective of our panels with legal practitioner perspective. And finally, we will conclude with a panel featuring CLTS alumni working in industry, again across a broad range of sectors, including health, digital technology, finance, and telecommunication, showcasing again their real-time engagement in emerging technology, advising on innovation, compliance, and governance, shaping from within how those technology could be developed or implemented. If you aren't already aware before arriving, we're confident that this day will clearly help you understand the pride we have in the deep and meaningful ways in which our alumni have and will continue to contribute to shape technology for society. And tonight we will also have a celebratory reception at the National Arts Center. Those 25 years have been made possible thanks to the support of many donors who have helped elevate our students, our program. From the O.G. Gollings Fellowships to the Deirdre J. Martin Lecture and then Scholarship, to donors who helped reset the center in 2016 and provide for travel bursaries and awards, to the donors to the Jan R. Kerr Fund who helped launch the new Kerr Lectures and the Kerr Fellowship, to recently the Sharma Foundation who allowed us to launch a new graduate scholarship this academic year. They have helped us, and many in the room have benefited from our donors, so thank you so much. But also, please help us continue to train and do that amazing work for the next 25 years. If you can, please give to the center to help enhance our program scholarships. Every dollar will have an impact. Today and tonight, you will see QR codes on the screens to help support us and the next gen. Beyond the center, you can also give to the Kerr Fund to support Big Ideas lectures and help elevate the best and brightest students. Et vous pouvez également soutenir CIPIC, notre clinique d'intérêt public et de politique d'Internet du Canada, Samuelson Glushko, et contribuer à faire avancer l'intérêt public en droit des technologies et des actions novatrices en matière de vie privée, de propriété intellectuelle, télécommunications, réglementation de l'Internet et gouvernance de l'IA. Just before we start, because often we keep the thank you at the end of the conference, and sometimes we also forget them, I want to thank a few people, and actually a lot of people before we start, so I don't forget, because that's made possible thanks to many people. First and foremost, a huge thank you to the alumni who kindly, join us today, sometime from very, very far away. Looking at you, Lena. Thank you so much. Colleagues who worked with me to design this program and this day and curate, the speakers, coordinate the session, Professor Marina Pavlovich, Jane Berley, and Jeremy DeBeer. Thank you so much. A big thanks to my team at the center, especially Alicia. I don't know. Oh yeah, she's in the back making sure that everything works well. So thank you so much, Alicia. Un grand merci également à Joyce et Farah qui nous ont aidés tout au long de ce projet. Le vice-recteur à la recherche et à l'innovation, dont vous avez entendu sa représentante, la vice-présidente, la vice-rectrice Saint-Pierre un peu plus tôt, and also Brittany Matthews at Development, Marie-Claude Langlois and Véronique Larose at Common Law, Zarika Dieu at Congrès. So yeah, thank you so much. And also to Jeremy DeBeer, Jennifer Chandler, Céline Castel-Renard, Michael Geist, and Shidiu Gamanan, and myself, who are also supporting the events, like our chairs, our research chairs, also helping, supporting this event to bring all those people together. As you can expect, this is not free. Last point and also last but not least, the student volunteers are going to help along the day. And last logical point, so you have QR codes on the tables for programs in French or in English. Toward the end of each session, we're going to have Q&A, an opportunity for the audience to engage with our panelists. So for folks in the room, please line up behind the two mics on the stand, like in the room. For those online, please ask your question using the Q&A feature, and one of our student volunteers will ask some of them, at the mic. And for all of you, a friendly reminder that a question is a question. It should not take more than 30 seconds and end with a question mark. This is not an opportunity to give a 50-minute lecture on your favorite topic. We're very interested, but please keep it short. And if you need any help during the day, people with a red lanyard or like volunteers or member of the center's team, so do not hesitate to ask your question. And so for today, I will be your MC, but for each of the session, I will have the pleasure to be joined on stage by current members of the center to introduce the panel. And for our first session, I am delighted to invite Professor Jenna McGill to join me on stage. Jenna is a 1998 alumni of the center. She's now a professor in the common law section and a faculty member. She's very happy to be celebrating with us today, 25 years of our community, but also today we're also celebrating her own birthday. So happy birthday, Jenna. Thank you so much, and the floor is yours.